It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I got a beer from Bad Seed Brewing Company in Denmark. And this is their Neu Pilsner. It's a beer coming in at 5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Or in Denmark, it's 44 centilitres. Look at that. I'm really looking forward to this for a couple of reasons. First reason, I love drinking beer from around the world. I totally understand though that some people get slightly frustrated by the fact that I review beer from all around the world, but it's always been the case on the channel. We've always looked to review beer from Poland and Germany and Italy and Belgium and France and America. It's always been like that on the channel. But the frustration lies with some people in that they can't find the beer. But my counter argument to that is, well, are you not interested to see beer from around the world? The other reason why I'm really excited to try this is it was brewed by my good friend Peter, the master of hoppets. He's the head brewer at Bad Seed Brewing. Worked his way up from brewer to head brewer. We both started our YouTube channels within a month of each other, all the way back in like 2009, 2010. Long time ago. And he's always had such a passion for beer. And it's really nice because I knew Peter really well when he was doing his university course. He did a lot of studying, lots of uni. But, I mean, he's always got that to drop back on. But what's really kind of interesting about Peter is that he was that passionate about beer that he became a head brewer of a brewery. And I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So cheers, Peter, for this. Let's look at the beer then, shall we? Well, look at this. Looks absolutely fantastic. Good levels of carbonation. Big 4-finger white head. Hazy straw-coloured beer. The Danes make good lager, don't they? I'm not going to mention the C word in the green can, but they do. They're very famous for making pilsners anyway. So this looks really good, slightly hazy. Shall we get the aroma on the beer? That is so clean. My first ever beer from Bad Seed Brewing Company. I've had a big parcel of beer, lots of kind of like raunch beers, imperial stouts, IPAs. And then when you get a kind of a lager like this, this is the first beer I've opened from them, but when you do get a lager, when you open a lager, some breweries can brew great IPA, great stouts, great porters, great raunch beers, great imperial stouts, barrel-aged beers. They can do all that stuff great. But one of the hardest things to do in brewing is to brew a good lager. But just by putting my nose into this, it smells so clean, crisp, very inviting. A little bit of a stinging nettle aroma coming through from the hops. So maybe some traditional German Pilsner malt and hops used to brew this beer. But it smells on point. It smells absolutely fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that is fantastic. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a Pilsner. Starts off really soft, really drinkable, really crispy. A little bit of sweetness there. But right now, Right now in the taste, there's a bitterness that just builds and builds and builds, and then it finishes really, really lovely. It's not overpowering, but it's a really lovely, longing, stinging nettle, peppery, spicy bitterness on the back end. This is terrific beer, terrific. I got a question then for, I'm pretty sure Peter will watch this, but a question to all of you guys watching really, especially for you guys in Denmark. My question is, I'm wondering whether Bad Seed Brewing have got some horizontal fermenters. You know, like when you go to the Czech Republic and they've got them, because I went to see Budvar Brewery last year, and they chatted to me about why the kind of horizontal fermenters are so good for brewing lagers. And then funnily enough, when I come back to the UK, within 3 weeks I was doing a collaboration with a company called More Beer Company, but I was drinking their lager in their tap room, and I was saying this lager is fantastic. And the owner of More Brewing Company took me into the brewery, and yeah, they had horizontal fermenters too. And he said the reason why the lager's tasting so good is for these horizontal fermenters. So my question to Peter and to anybody who knows anything about Bad Seed Brewing, have you guys invested in horizontal fermenters to brew your lagers? Because it definitely tastes like you do. And if you don't, how have you managed to get this magic to happen in the glass? It's got a really lovely, slightly, it's not new world fruit, but there's a little bit of, dare I say it, there's a little bit of lemon, a little touch of lemon or something going on. And then it finishes with that wonderful bitterness. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's just so clean. Just so clean. Right. German style Pilsner, hop with Hallertau. So these are the traditional Pilsner hops then. Hallertau, Mittelfrüh and Tettnang. Those three hops are on point. They're the hops that you would use if you want to produce a really good Pilsner. 440 can, 5% ABV. They're from Bad Seed Brewing, Storvord in obviously Denmark. It's great. It's great beer. I'm ready to rate it. Look at the lacing, look at the head. Look at the way that head stayed in the glass. Look at the way the beer is as you roll it round in the glass. Look at the quality of this brew. Unfiltered, so they've kept hold of that goodness. They haven't kind of like washed the beer out, and all of those lovely Mittelfrüh hops have, you know, they've gone down the drain. None of that. It's all in the beer. You can see it. Lovely aroma, lovely look to the beer, fantastic taste. One of the nicest Pilsners I've ever reviewed on the channel. Stone the Crows, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.